Welcome back everyone. So in today's video we will be taking a look into DeepSeek AI, ChatGPT, and we will be checking if these tools are actually signaling the end of Google search. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so like I mentioned in today's video, we will be taking a look into DeepSeek AI, ChatGPT, and we will be checking if these tools are actually signaling the end of Google search as we know it. Alright, before we jump into it, let's take a look into these three tools. Alright, so what is Google search? Google search is the search engine that Google provides, and it's been there for years. Chances are that you must have used Google search at some point if you have a computer and want to search anything on the internet. Okay, so Google search has been there for many years and everybody has been using it. So all you have to do is just go to Google search and type for anything. Okay, so let's check. In this case we can say, is AI the end of Google search? Let's see if Google search is going to tell us something. All right, so as you can see here, it's actually it's funny. Google is saying no, AI is not the end of Google search. Okay, which is very funny, right? Because you'll expect that, because this is Google and it doesn't, it will not say that, yeah, AI is coming and it's the end of me. But you can see here, this is just how you search anything on Google. So you go to Google search and you type anything that you want, and it's going to tell you, it's going to give you results. So recently Google has come up with this AI overview section here, and I believe this is powered by Gemini AI, which is the AI that Google provides. So you can see the high overview here, which is pretty neat, right? Because the rest of these other things are articles that other people have written, news channels. So basically Google gives you everything on the internet. So if you've written an article, it's going to search through those articles and give you the information that you need. So it's powerful, and everybody has been using it for a very long time, and a lot of people use it. If you are looking for news, if you are using for articles, if you're just looking for educational things, Google search is very powerful. So it stores, it scours the internet and brings to you the information that you need based on the things that you search for here. Okay, so this is how Google search works. Now in the last 1 year we have had AI tools that have come up, and one of the AI tool that took the internet in storm is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is an AI tool, generative AI tool that is provided by OpenAI, right? So if you go here, ChatGPT, ChatGPT is a AI tool that OpenAI, so OpenAI is a company that developed ChatGPT, and basically you can use ChatGPT to almost do search, right? So you can ask ChatGPT anything, you can search for things using ChatGPT. But now the difference between ChatGPT and Google search is, with ChatGPT you can kind of ask things, and it's kind of conversational, right? Conversational. So you can ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, hello. You can say, hello, how are you today, right? How are you today? So you can see things like this, and ChatGPT is going to respond to you. So you can see here, I'm doing great, thanks for asking, how about you? So if you're bored, you can come here and you can come and chat with ChatGPT. And this one I think was released sometime last year, and it has been very very powerful, right? I've been using ChatGPT for a little bit, and it's a wonderful tool, right? So this is one place also where you can search, right? So you can even say things like, okay, you can say what is RDBMS, like so, RDBMS, if you want to learn databases and whatnot. So it's going to tell you what RDBMS stands for. It's going to tell you some of the features. So you can use ChatGPT for educational, if you just want to learn something really quick. So you can also come here and do the same thing, and in Google you can kind of do the same things, right? You can come here, say, hey, what is RDBMS, right? You can do something like that. It's going to tell you. So you can see here the AI overview of this is generating it here, but as you can see, it's not as robust as what ChatGPT is telling you, right? So here you can see this one is well structured. it's giving you just a very high level overview of what it is and the key points. Whereas if you go to Google, the AI one is trying, but it's not as good as ChatGPT. But now, apart from that, then you can go into, if you go to Google search, you can go into some articles that people have written and read more into it. So with Google search, you can get a lot of articles, but with ChatGPT, it gives you a very high level. But you can keep prompting ChatGPT to see if it gives you more information. So like here, if you want to learn more about this, then you can go into it. So let's say MySQL database, right? So you can, if you type here MySQL database, it's also going to go deep into this, explain what MySQL database is, and also give you some of the features as well, right? Okay, so that's ChatGPT, and we'll come back to this to compare these three tools and see which one might be the best of these three, right? So now, within the last week, this guy has entered the marketplace, DeepSeek AI, okay? DeepSeek AI was released, I believe, a week ago, and it has freaked Wall Street. Okay, so Wall Street freaked out, and you can see that if you go to, let's say, Nvidia stock, right? So this DeepSeek AI is a Chinese company. Let's just first take a look at DeepSeek. Okay, so it is a Chinese company, and they released this AI tool called DeepSeek, which is kind of very similar with ChatGPT. Okay, so you can go here and read further into it, but it is based out of China. But when they released it, Wall Street freaked out, okay? And you can see from the reaction of the market, right? So Nvidia stock, and we're taking a look into Nvidia, yes, because Nvidia has been specializing into manufacturing and creating the GPU chips that we use to train AI models. So you can see here when DeepSeek was released, which was I think it was Friday 24th on and you can the week after that, right? So this was Friday, and then when you go to Monday, when the markets opened, you can see how the market performed there. So Nvidia went down by a lot, so a lot of people lost their money. Nvidia lost billions of money just because of the news around DeepSeek AI. And it wasn't just Nvidia. So you can see even companies like Microsoft, when markets opened on Monday, you can see the dip, right? So it went down by quite a bit right here. I think Nasdaq also, which tracks mostly tech stocks, was hit badly, right? So you can see the same thing here. This was the Friday. Friday was doing pretty well, but then come Monday, it took a very big hit. It's been trying to come up after that, but that just tells you how this DeepSeek AI took the market into frenzy, right? So, what is DeepSeek AI? DeepSeek AI is a generative AI tool that was created by this Chinese company, and there's a lot of details that is still surrounding how they created it, and whether they used US chips to train these models and everything. But the point is, this DeepSeek AI works basically like ChatGPT, and a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, this one is way better than ChatGPT." But what is the most important thing actually when it comes to this DeepSeek AI, and the reason probably why Wall Street was very worried is because of the cost, right? So DeepSeek AI, if you see, if you just type cost here, DeepSeek AI cost, I think Google is probably going to tell us something here, but you can see some of the top comments here. Somebody in Reddit saying, this one, it took DeepSeek AI around 5.6 million to train this model. Well, now there's been controversy around it, so you can see this guy saying misleading and whatnot, but when this company released, they mentioned that they used around this figure to train this model, right? So 5.6. And probably in the coming days we will come to know whether this value is the exact one or not. But if it is true that they used around this amount of money, compared to what OpenAI used to train ChatGPT, and what other companies like Facebook, Oracle, and some of these big US companies that have been trying to enter into AI market, and they've been citing billions of money, right? They have been saying, oh, we are going to venture into AI, and they are investing billions of money to build these models. And now this Chinese company comes around and says, oh wait, we built this guy in a few weeks, probably a few months, and we used only this much of money. Then Wall Street is now saying, wait a minute, so you can actually do that? You can generate something that works kind of like ChatGPT and is costing this, just this little of money? Then why are you, okay, does it make sense that you guys are spending billions of money when you can actually do it in, around this figure, right? So that is one of the reasons that Wall Street is freaking out, and in the coming days we'll definitely know more about this. But now let's take a deep into comparing these tools, right? So DeepSeek AI, you can ask the same thing, okay? So you can say, how are you today, right? You can see the interface, right? So if you see the interface, you will see it looks kind of very similar to ChatGPT. So let's open a new chat here for ChatGPT. So if you compare side by side, right? So you can see that the interface, the UI here they look very similar. And somebody could say, hey, maybe this guy's cloned ChatGPT and they used it. You can say all of those things. I think there's probably something to say about that. But ChatGPT UI looks exactly almost similar with DeepSeek, and you can ask the same questions there. So now this morning, I don't know if it is my internet or it's basically the server that DeepSeek AI, but it's been running very slowly. And when I logged in earlier, it was saying that there are some malicious activities. I guess people are trying to, push traffic into the channel and basically trash it. I don't know, but it's kind of slow this morning. So it works pretty much the same way as ChatGPT does. Kind of slow this morning, but you can ask questions, it's going to respond back to you. And so in this video, actually, let's go ahead and ask a few prompts, and we will see how these tools behave. So we will go to Google and we will ask these 5 prompts, and we will see how it responds, right? And we'll compare them side by side. So I'm going to ask this one here, who is the current US president? So obviously Google will give us the most accurate answer for this. So if you go to Google here, and let me just clear these guys out. All right, so I'm going to clear here. We'll ask here this question, who is the current US president? Of course, this is 2025 US. Donald Trump is the president. So Google is always almost very accurate because it gives you almost a real-time data. So no problem with Google. And now let's go to ChatGPT. We ask this question, ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, you can see also as of January 2025, the president of the United States, Donald Trump. Okay, so this one is also accurate. And now let's go to DeepSeek AI. Now, like I mentioned, DeepSeek AI has been complaining. It says the server is busy, please try again later. This is still a new tool. A lot of people are interested with it. I think their servers are getting everybody's driving traffic there. So let's ask this question, who is the current US president? Okay, so right now I'm not interested with the respond, like whether it's responding faster or not. I just want to see how the output looks like. Is it an output that we can rely on, right? So this is going to spin for a little bit. I will come back to this. So let's just run, because I think there's probably some something going on with the server this morning. But if you actually go to DeepSeek, just to show you how to log in, go to DeepSeek. It's www.deepseek.com. You go in there. You have 2 options of logging in. So you can go through a DeepSeek app. So you can actually download this DeepSeek app to your mobile phone, and I believe it's in Apple Store, App Store. I don't know if this is App Store. If I can open it here on my computer, yeah. So it's right here, and I believe you can go to search here. Yeah, search, and if you type DeepSeek, right? So yeah, so you can see it's here. So this is how the app looks like. So you can actually go and download it to your computer or your laptop, and it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's free. Go play around with it. Okay, so you can use the app version, but you can also just go straight from here and just log in here. Now take a note that I'm logged in. I think for you to be able to use it, it's going to ask you to log in. You can enter your email, or you can just create a profile with DeepSeek, and it's going to bring you here. Okay, so that's how you get in. This morning when I came here, it was complaining that the server is very slow because there are some malicious activities. I guess people are trying to hack the server or whatnot. Which begs the question: is this safe yet? Because there's been this war going between the US and China. So this tool is still new, and maybe over the coming days, probably, I don't know, there might be something new. Maybe the US will say, oh, this is not secure. And when you think about it, they have been trying to shut down TikTok, and this is now DeepSeek coming out of China and it's competing with US market. So US might try to probably shut this tool down. So we'll see what happens over the coming days, whether this tool will continue using it or they will shut it down. So there will still be a lot of things to discover. So you can see this one is still saying the server is busy, please try again later. All right, so we will come back to the second prompt here. Let's go to Super Bowl. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT what's up with so we'll go here, right? So let's go to Google. Okay, so we'll ask Google who's going to Super Bowl 25, and as you can see, Philly Eagles and Kansas Chiefs are going to Super Bowl. And let's also ask ChatGPT the same thing. All right, so who is going to Super Bowl in 2025? Okay, so it's going to cite the web, and as you can see, it's also bringing the same results. It's explaining more and gives you some of the sources here, and you can open these sources. But we know for sure that Philly are going to Super Bowl with Chiefs. Okay, so this is accurate. DeepSeek AI, we can ask the same thing. All right, so it's it's taking a long time also right now. So it's we'll see if it's going to respond. Okay, so we will come back to this. Let's let it run, and then let's go to the third prompt. Here is TikTok spying on me. Okay, you go to Google. All right, and so you can see here, just very fast, you see while there's no concrete evidence that TikTok is spying on users, the app does collect large amount of user data, including location, browsing activity, device information, which raises concerns about potential privacy. Okay, so this one here is kind of funny, right? Because when you think about it, like, okay, so this is AI, this is the response from AI, but when it says that it is collecting user data, including location, browsing, that's almost all of the apps that you have. Like if you think about Facebook, Twitter, all of the apps that you have on your phone, they're almost collecting all of this information. So I don't think this is a big problem. The problem, I think, from the US perspective has been that maybe China has been using this data to cause harm, and its security risk to US citizens from when China is having this data and whatnot. But most of the US companies, most of the applications that you install on your phone actually do collect this data, and that's how they end up marketing, they sell your data. So it's not, I think the biggest risk is not because they're collecting your data. I think the controversy has been around how they're using this data. So this kind of technology was going between the US and China. All right, so this is what Google is telling you. Let's go to ChatGPT. We ask the same question: is TikTok spying on me? So you can say there have been concerns and discussions around TikToks and potential to collect large amount of personal data. Here is a breakdown: data collection, privacy. So I don't know, man. You tell me in the comment section. But I feel like if it's actually these are the reasons why they want to ban TikTok, it doesn't make sense, because all of the companies. I mean, I think they came up with a rule last year that, for these apps to collect your data, you have to give them the knowledge. But how do we even think? Do you even think about that when you're using, for example, say, like Google Maps, for example? Google Map collects all of your data and they know your location. If FBI wants to raid you, they can easily track you. So okay, why is somebody saying, oh, no, yeah, this is collecting my data. So all of these apps are collecting your data, they are using it, and the government can spy on if it wants to. I guess it's just the case where the US is saying, oh yeah, this is China, we don't like them, blah 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 blah, all of these things. All right, so but all of these apps are collecting your data. So if it's a case of there are privacy concerns and whatnot, man, we are in a mess. Like these apps, they are collecting all of our informations. If they want to come to us, they can easily get us, because hey, man, we are living in digital world, and we rarely care about, we rarely care. I think a few people care whether they are giving these things or not. You don't even know about it. You don't know an app is asking you, you want to enable this, and sometimes, for example, locations and whatnot, user data, you may want to enable it because it enhances your experience. So I don't know. So anyway, this is what a ChatGPT is saying. It's giving you the answer, and you can read it through it. You can form your opinion based on all of it, but it's giving you the answer. So all right, we come back here. It's saying it's still busy. All right, so let's go back to this one. Okay, so we will ask at this point, I'm not sure if DeepSeek is going to work for me this morning. All right, so is TikTok spying on me? Okay, that's probably going to say server is busy as well. Okay, let's go to, is DeepSeek better than ChatGPT? Okay, cool, what do you say? All right, okay, so you can see here, you can actually see some very high level. So if you need an AI tool for technical tasks, DeepSeek is better choice. It's designed to handle technical queries and problems quickly and efficiently, while ChatGPT is versatile and powerful. Its focus is more on general content creation and conversation. So okay, so that's cool. It's telling you there. I think it basically depends with the use case. Let's ask ChatGPT. Is ChatGPT okay? So you can see ChatGPT it's not biased. It's going to give you the answer, and you can see DeepSeek and ChatGPT are both powerful, but they serve different purposes. So one may be better than the other depending on. So this is a good answer, right? So you can see it breaks down the strengths and comparison. So ChatGPT is very democratic. It doesn't freak out. It doesn't say, oh yeah, why are you asking me this? I'm better than the other one. So it's good. This guy is still thinking. All right, so let's go to ChatGPT and ask the last question here. Create for me. Okay, so let's check with Google first, right? So now I think this is where Google starts to kind of lag behind. When you ask the question like this, create a MySQL database, switch to it, and create customers. So with this is where now you have to know, prior to going to Google, a bit of database programming languages, MySQL and whatnot. But you have articles here that guides you, but with this you have to go line by line and read. You just can't copy directly the answer. So you can go here, you have Stack Overflow, people have been discussing here, so some of the answers and everything. So you can see all of these things here. So you with Google, you have to actually click into some of these articles and go and read and pick the information that you need. And that's basically what we've been doing mostly until when this AI came around. Now if we go to ChatGPT and we do the same thing, with this it's going to actually create for you the database, and all you have to do is just copy it, right? So we just pasted that. Now we can copy. Okay, so actually we have to do the first thing, so create a database. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to switch over to my DB first. So with this you have to have the database created first, and if you're interested, if you want to know how to do this, I've made videos on how to do this, how to create the SQL server, MySQL database in your environment, and how to use tools like DB to connect. So we are going to create a database. Okay, so we have a shop there, and then switch the database. Okay, so we'll do that. Just to go here, we want to switch to that database, and it works there. Okay, we copy that, create. Okay, so we do that, create table customers. All right, so we can see that our table is created, and we're just copying. We are not modifying anything. Okay, and that's the that's what I wanted to do. I don't want to modify anything. I just want to see if these tools are actually giving me there is all I need without having to modify anything. There we go. So it has given you 20 rows here with the insert statement, and we have run them. We haven't seen any errors so far. And now we can go ahead and just select star from this table, right? Okay, so we can go ahead and run that, and there we go. So you can see now we can query this database. So and this is actually now the part where these generative AI tools shine the most. If you are a programmer or there's a task that you want to do with these AI tools, it actually makes your work much easier compared to, say, Google search, because it gives you what you need, and you can basically make your life much easier. So with Gen AI tools like ChatGPT, and I believe even with DeepSeek, it's just that it's not working this morning properly, but it gives you the answers right there and there. So let's actually, because it's still freaking out, so let's ask this question, the next one here, see if it responds. But so in regards now, if you are in data analytics, data engineering, data science, you can actually make your life much easier. You can make your experience easier. So generally it makes your learning journey, your development journey, it makes it much easier to get up to speed, right? Because say for example you wanted to learn MySQL and you didn't have the data, then you can just come to ChatGPT and do something like this. Put the prompts here, it's going to give you the answer. You go ahead and now you learn and experiment. You can now do more things here, so you can run queries, run reports on this data. So it's easier than, say, with Google search. You have to go there and you have to look for the data. Google search will not give you the data. I mean, the websites where you can download data and modify it, but something that we did here for less than a second with Google search, if you want to create the same experience there, it will take you probably almost 1 hour. So you can see with ChatGPT and these AI tools, it's much faster to get up to speed with these things. Okay, so that is ChatGPT compared with Google search. DeepSeek is still running, and I doubt if it's going to give us any answer after this. So who knows, maybe they have panned this up, so you can see it is still busy. All right, so I am not going to be asking more prompts to this DeepSeek, but as you can see, it is kind of very busy this morning. I believe ChatGPT at the beginning was like this, where we had periods where it was busy and it was not giving the results very fast. So I will be making more videos on this DeepSeek versus ChatGPT, and we will compare them, which one is better than the other. But as of this morning, we can clearly see that ChatGPT is much faster. It's better, it's giving us the results. The server is not down, and I'm sure people are querying ChatGPT, but you can see now that it's busy now. I don't know if they have shut it down or if there's something with it. So let's ask ChatGPT, why is DeepSeek saying server is busy? Okay, all right, ChatGPT, tell us. Okay, when DeepSeek or any other services reports, it typically indicates one of the high traffic, okay, server maintenance, server error logs, resource limitation, network issues. Okay, so clearly we don't have any network issues here because we are able to communicate with ChatGPT and Google. So the only thing we can think of is high traffic. The server might be experiencing high volume of requests. So probably this is the reason, we don't know. Or they said earlier that they were having some issues, so I don't know. We can go to Twitter. Hey, I still call it Twitter. I know it's been mentioned X, but man, I just I'm good with Twitter. So it's trying to ask me to log in. I'm not going to log in. Let's see if Google is going to tell us is DeepSeek down. Okay, Okay, there we go. So you can see some top stories here. DeepSeek down live. Chinese AI app not working properly amid huge interest. Okay, DeepSeek is down. Viral Chinese app is not working and bans international users. All right, maybe that's the reason why. Okay, DeepSeek is down. Viral Chinese AI app not working and bans international users due to malicious. Oh, this is what I was saying. Yeah. So when I was looking earlier, it was saying malicious attack. So you can see it seems like they've been trying to. The traffic is very high on this app right now, and people are not able to log in. That's why we are not able to get our data. Okay, so we will see, what happens in the coming days. Again, the this DeepSeek AI has been up for a few days. A lot of interest on the app. There's a lot of controversy around it. I was seeing some news this morning saying that they used some of the US proprietary tools to train their models. So I think there's going to be a lot of war because obviously, US is interested and they want to protect their market, so they will not want this DeepSeek AI to cause troubles in the US market. So we'll see how this pans out. I have a feeling that they will probably ban it, or they will limit its use in the US. So I don't know, man. Tell me in the comment section what you think. But currently, it seems like this app is down, and I think this is going to probably. I'm sure the US market this morning is going to go up just because of this, because now people are going to say, oh yeah, this thing has been there for a few days and it's already down. This is not as good as we thought. Okay, so some of the things, and I think some of these apps at the beginning will be going through this phase. So we'll see if DeepSeek is going to withstand these issues. But from the comments of what people have been saying in the last few days, this DeepSeek has been, it's been getting a lot of positive reviews from users in general. People have been saying it's much faster than ChatGPT. Obviously, some of the responses may not be so accurate, but for the first few days that it came and people have been using it, the reviews were quite positive. So maybe that's the reason why a lot of people are interested in using it. But right now it's down. We are not able to query it. So we'll see if it comes back online. We'll go ahead. I will go ahead and also do some comparison, a quick comparison between these two tools. But generally, with regards to generative AI and Google search, whether Google search is going to go away just because of this ChatGPT tools, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, a lot of other AI tools, I don't think it's going to go down, because Google search serves many purposes. With these tools, some of them are niche down, so you're just looking for something quickly. So I doubt if Google search is going to go away. I think some people may have to, depending on what they're looking for, you might find that ChatGPT or a DeepSeek AI is a better tool to use than Google search. For example, if you're looking to get something like what we just did here, right, where you want to just generate the queries, ask the tool to give you the queries, and then just use it, modify a code, look for a bug in a code, then ChatGPT or some of these AI tools might be better to use than Google search. For a very long time, we've been using Stack Overflow. If you are a developer, Stack Overflow for questions, and if you have a bug, then you can go here. And for a long time we were using this, but now you can actually ask ChatGPT and get your results faster. So maybe some of the tools like Stack Overflow may not be of great use anymore, or maybe of limited use. But again, you can see how these things compare. So you can you can decide which one to use, right? So we'll see in the coming days if DeepSeek comes up online. We can try another use case and see how they compare. All right, guys, I just wanted to quickly go over that because it's this is taking the market by storm. A lot of people are talking about it. Just wanted to quickly compare them and see how it works. Of course, this morning DeepSeek is not working properly, so this video is probably not a very good indicator on how or which one is better, because of course it's not working well. But if you are going to go by this, then you can obviously say ChatGPT is better, but I don't think it's a good data point to compare this. All right, guys, we will go deeper into these tools in the coming days, but for now I just wanted to show you quickly how this one works. Obviously DeepSeek is down, so we were not able to use it, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, just at a very high level, DeepSeek versus Google search versus ChatGPT, how and which one is better than the other. Alright guys, that's all I had for in this video. I just quickly wanted to compare these three tools: ChatGPT, DeepSeek AI, and Google Search. And obviously DeepSeek is not working properly this morning, but let me know in the comment sections which one you think is better. Also give thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel if you have not, to stay updated for videos like this. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.